Hello, my name is Abe. Welcome back to Enter the Gungeon, and I'm just gonna be playing another run as the Paradox because I want to. A nice, simple, standard, relaxing, cool run as the Paradox. Ah, crap, do I have no water? I have no water. Okay, I'm gonna be very dry for the next 50-something odd minutes, and then I'm gonna have to take a quick break to go grab a beverage or something. Where the hell is... I have a glass and then 2 water bottles within arm's reach. They're all empty. God damn it. That's what I get. That's what I get for, I was gonna say for not preparing properly for pre-stream, but that's not true. I was just busy, you know? Oh, so many things to do. Oh. Anyways. Gotta try to figure out how to get Pacific Drive to run at a good frame rate. Oh, what's that? Impossible mode 100% speed run? That's okay. I want to play something like Pacific Drive, I think. It's a good break from Resident Evil, from Elden Ring, from these games that are a little bit more action and intense oriented. I want something a little bit relaxing. I don't know if Pacific Drive will actually be relaxing, but it feels relaxing to me. A little bit of like a Subnautica vibe where you have to explore different locations to get loot to upgrade your car, but opposed to a car, you know, in Subnautica you have a submarine. I like it. It's a good, I see you. It's a good change. Good mix-up. I like Subnautica. I liked Subnautica. I didn't like Subnautica 2. It had way more of a focus on the overworld as opposed to the like under the water world, and then it also felt a little bit weaker in terms of the overall plot. Like the fact that there was like a 2-hour-long segment that happened on the surface immediately made me realize, oh, I think they've lost the plot a little bit here. AKA the game developers. It's supposed to take place under the water. That's the whole point. Then again, there was like a mountain in Subnautica 1 that you could climb if you wanted to, but it's completely optional, I believe. Was the overworld bit optional in Subnautica 2? I don't remember what was optional or not. I just remember like roughly what happened in the story. Anyways. Milkjug says I didn't like Pacific Drive. It wasn't super interesting to me, but I'm here for the vibes anyways. That's totally fair. Doesn't have to be for everyone or anyone. I know Connie wasn't particularly interested in Elden Ring, but he's dying for me to play more Pacific Drive. He's like, I can't wait until you get to the redacted, and it redacts all over your redacted. I can't wait for that either, Connie. I can't wait for that either. Ah, good stuff, good stuff. One thing that I want to do is I want to play... At some point, we're gonna have to shelve Gungeon again, and then I want to play like... either a deck builder, maybe some Slay the Spire, or maybe like a strategy game. I noticed recently, and I said this the other day, that Mother of Zerg was playing XCOM, Earth Defense Force, stuff like that, and it made me realize, you know what? I could be in for like another XCOM 2 campaign. Long War with mods. You know, we can have wacky characters. You think, is there a The Boys mod where I can have like Homelander on my party? You know, having said that, I think there is, and it's just called Marvel Sons, or whatever the name of that game was, I forget already. You can just still play that one. Pepsi Man's still on the bench. Pepsi Man didn't get played in my last XCOM 2 campaign. I had a few other character models that didn't get randomly selected. But I feel like a strategy game is what I'm in the mood for, because I've been playing a lot of action games lately. You know, the Resident Evil games, Elden Ring. I don't want to have to pixel perfect dodge something. I want to just like take 45 minutes to think about my actions first. I bought the key instead of buying the active item slot capacity upgrade thing. I stand by it, but I'm gonna go and deposit my keys, blow up some chests, and see if we can get 5 cents anyways. I don't think I've ever seen 5 cents drop from a broken chest, so I don't think we're gonna get the money. We're out. Nor says, Vault of the Void. Look, I want to play something I know I'm gonna like, okay? Tree Jam says, play a gacha game like ZZZ. Every time I hear that, the only thing I can think of is ZZT. Which is something completely different. I feel like I wouldn't be a gacha guy. Super Space Turtle. Try controller with the car. I enjoyed it with the car, but eventually ended up with mouse and keyboard for the walking bits, says Connie. That's a good point for a little Pacific Drive. I think the controller for the car might actually work pretty well. You raise an excellent point. You know what I should do? I should also get like a driving wheel. So when I'm driving the car, I have like an actual steering wheel, like an actual shifter. I haven't had the driving bits yet. So, Connie, are there sections of the game that have more driving in them? If so, that would be fun. If you like Spire, you're like Vault of the Void, says the Nor. Are you like affiliated? Do you get a cut of the sales for every sale? Dude, I never realized just how good Super Space Turtle is for the early game. Like, he's killing enemies on his own because he's just doing so much. Doesn't support wheels, sadly, says Connie. That is such an oversight from the developers. Why would you make a driving roguelite and not have it support wheels? Makes no sense. Why do Connie and Username only like weird things? They don't only like weird things. Pelican Sandwich likes Stardew Valley. That's a weird thing. Username says, I have a friend who likes Marvel Suns. Seems nice. I got hit by an explosive barrel I didn't see. Marvel Suns didn't interest me at all because, I mean, I'm just gonna be honest, it just feels like a AAA cash grab. I assume it has redeeming qualities, but I'm immediately turned off because it's not an actual original idea. It's, hey, we need a Marvel's game to capitalize on our cinematic universe. Let's make one. You know, they're making a game to, not because it's a love project, but because they probably have a contractual obligation to try to make a game with their property. Wasn't that the problem with the Schmeagol game? I don't remember the name of the game, I just remember the character. Schmeagol. I think it's Schmeagol, right? It's like they had a contractual obligation to make a Lord of the Rings game, so they did, and it was one of the worst games ever made, right? I don't know, it rubs me the wrong way. Definitely. Mailbox 42. I'll probably use the Colt. The North says, I like good games like today's sponsor, Valda Story, Abyssal City, a Metroidvania like no other. Play it now on your home system. Do they got demos? It has a demo. They got, try Phoenix Point has a demo. Isn't Phoenix Point very much like the old XCOMs? Here's the thing, I think I've mentioned this before. I don't want to play the old XCOMs. I want to play the new XCOMs. I want to play with quality of life, graphics, modern conveniences. It's made by the old XCOM guys, so yeah. That's not what I want. If Valda Story and the other one, Vault of the Void, have demos, I should check them out. I checked out the demo the other day yesterday, of Neon Abyss, because I was unaware that it had a demo because it's not displayed correctly in the Steam store page. It's not displayed where all of the other demos are. But that was a pretty okay game. Wasn't bad. I don't know if I'm gonna play more of that though. And while I prefer Neon Abyss to something like Revita, I think Neon Abyss is better platforming and better combat than Revita did, although it is lacking a dodge roll, although one of the characters in the game has a dodge roll. I don't really like the side bullet hell platforming games. I much prefer something like this where it's top down and you have a little bit more freedom of movement in 2 dimensions. I really do. It's probably not like a deal breaker, but I really just don't feel as invested. Okay. Neither of them do, says the Nor. Well, rip. Let's use Exotic and then maybe Grey Mauser to have a little bit more quick damage output, I think would be nice. A little low on the total ammo capacity, but we don't need much. You know, if we're gonna steal the rat key from the shop, we only need 10 bullets in the gun anyways. Really wish the Exotic was better. Not bad, but could be better. This is gonna be the... Is that the Frost Giant? I mean, if we lose the chest, it's not a big deal. I don't have any way of opening it, so we'll pop it. I think that was Frost Giant, and I think it was synergy with Cold 45. Vault of the Void does have a demo, says the Nor. Nor, send me a direct message on Discord if you have Discord, and I will make it a point to look at it. I'm once again finally getting caught up on some of my backlog of work. And as I get caught up, I do want to play some more demos and start some more recording projects. Might check out some new games. Abe needs a cartridge of 50 demos in one. I hate those games because they're effectively the same game, just 50 times. They say 50 games, really it's 50 different rule sets for the same game. It's a lie! Destiny Synergy. It says Snap Striker. This? Dun, dun. Still haven't played Destiny. I have to log into Discord. Ugh, fine. I just have it running all the time. And then I ignore it all the time. Can't see. I guess my other issue with Neon Abyss, a small one, is that there's a lot of visual noise in the game, more so than from other titles. Enemy bullets that each have a different style of movement and color, or sometimes they're the same color. Eggs that follow you around, orbit you, and shoot bullets, and it just gets a little hard to figure out what's happening in the game. I was doing the editing for that Let's Look At the other day, and I noticed that at one point I killed an enemy and the enemy dropped a saw blade on my head, and it's like, how am I supposed to see that? It was on screen for like 4 frames. That's what I mean, like there's a lot of things happening, a lot of noise. But I will say, I love the fact that Neon Abyss has so much configuration. You can literally disable enemies if you don't like them, and it doesn't affect your progress. It's like, man, I really hate the enemy that drops a saw blade. I'm gonna remove him from the game. And the game's like, okay, play your way. It's a lot of fun, actually. Velatrit and Mert, yes, I tried Worldless. I don't know why you're giving me a Kappa face for that one. Worldless was fun, but I feel like its focus on simplicity does it a bit of a disservice, because there are not a lot of details in the game. Details for like world building purposes, and which I think I would appreciate. I also don't like the combat. I think that the combat is kind of just like a rock, paper, scissors slash QTE experience, and it doesn't feel that engaging. It probably gets more interesting and complicated as the game goes on, but like the game tells you what to do. It's like, this unit is weak to ice, hit him with ice. Okay, I'm hitting the ice button. Okay. Okay, now you gotta press the 4 indicated buttons quickly in order to kill him and absorb his power. Okay, A, B, X, Y. Oh no, I hit the wrong button there because I don't know what the third one is. So I gotta fight him again. Feels like an elaborate way to play Simon says Connie. I mean, it really does feel like a glorified QTE. The game tells you exactly what you have to press, and so you just press it. I appreciate a couple of things about it though. I do appreciate that it is very clear about how to properly like block enemy attacks. If there's a vertical shine of light, block magic. If it's a horizontal shine of light, block melee. But that feels too explicit about it. I don't know. Just doesn't feel as engaging as I would like it to be. Becomes really, really more complex, you know. It does, but you know, I'm not going into a game because of what it could be. I'm going into the game because of what I'm seeing, and what I'm seeing from the demo is, are you good at following instructions? Sounds like playing Sekiro with proper localization or knowing Japanese. Except not even, because at least Sekiro is real time, you know? Worldless is turn-based. So if it's the enemy's turn, you don't attack on the enemy's turn. No. You gotta defend on the enemy's turn. You have to wait for your turn before you can QTE attack them. Oh, it's your turn? Press melee, 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 and then press magic, magic, and then you kill him. All right, thanks, game. Thanks for letting me, like, learn that myself. And even like a small change could have made the combat better, where it doesn't tell you exactly what to do. Like, hide that information, let the player learn what enemies are weak to. Or guess what the enemies are weak to. Like, if they're doing magic attacks, maybe they're weak to physical. And that way, you know, the player gets in an attack first, and then you get to see what the enemies are doing, and then you get to respond to that and use that information to your advantage to maybe discover a new combo that works well against them. I just feel like it could be a little bit more engaging, but it's not that engaging because it tells you everything you need to know. There's no room for self-discovery. They do make you guess later, says Milk Jug. Which is fair, you know, and perhaps that would resolve some of the feelings that I'm having against the combat in the game, but, you know, I'm just, my feelings are my feelings after having played the 30-minute demo. Username says, we can all at least agree that gacha games are bad and they're designed to waste your money. I don't think I've ever played a gacha game. I can see it's not for you. Because, like, I like Metroidvanias, but even in Worldless, it's a beautiful game with a simplistic design, which, again, I think it does it a disservice because there's few rooms for, like, world-building details. But again, maybe that increases as you progress through the game, and it's not really something that you can easily see from the demo, but again, I played the demo. That's my opinion after playing the demo. You like Metroidvanias? Well, have I got one for you? No. Get out of here. I'm gonna buy the key. We got enough money. Beautiful for a free game. Was Worldless free? I can't remember. No, I played the demo. Oh, Genshin. Maybe is what you're talking. What are you talking about? Genshin? Whatever. All games are bad. I know Genshin's the popular one, that's what I know. You're gonna pop. He popped. Rip. All right, good night, Velotrit and Mert. It's good that Hollow Knight doesn't have a demo where only Forgotten Crossroads is available. Here's the thing, though. I think I would like Hollow Knight from the demo. First of all, I like the combat. It feels very natural, and I immediately took a liking to it when I was playing the demo. Not the demo, but when I was playing the Forgotten Crossroads. I mean, hell! You're forgetting that when I was playing Hollow Knight in the Forgotten Crossroads, I accidentally managed to use, like, speedrunner tech to find a boss that I shouldn't have had access to, and had a good time fighting him. So, like, I think immediately I'm drawn to that game and the mechanics and the combat. Should not have partially frozen you. Turtles gotcha. Kanye says Hollow Knight is still in my endless backlog. One of these days. You gotta play it before Silksong. If you're gonna be playing that. What's in the chests? What's in the box, man? What's in the box? Much better. Silksong's vaporware at this point. I believe in them. It'll come out. How did I get my ammo back? We started with zombie bullets. I had no idea. I'm gonna take the, I think I'm gonna take the Judge. Explosive shots would do pretty well here. My friends were put off by this part of the game and they tried it again and they liked it. They were, Fellow Trittenmer, you're saying a few of your friends were put off by the Forgotten Crossroads? See, I liked the Forgotten Crossroads. It does a very good job of world building with all of the small details in the environment. It shows off some simple combat. It's a Metroidvania, so you understand that you're going to be getting more abilities as you progress through the game. You have an immediate understanding that the combat is going to get more intense as you go on. And you know immediately whether or not it's going to be for you, based off of those. I still don't understand why my friend Chris didn't like Hollow Knight after playing the Forgotten Crossroads himself. Because he's a sucker for Souls. Something about it just puts him off, though. We got 2 of the 3. Hell yeah. Synthetic shield. All right, we have a ton of HP that we can spend. Probably the Boss Gauntlet DLC had some interesting fights. It couldn't be arsed refighting the entire game again to get it, says the North. Oh yeah, absolutely. What is it? The Godseeker DLC was terrible. I think in Hollow Knight, it's just boss rush, which is not particularly engaging. It's for the completionists. It's for the people who love the game and they're good at it and they can already pretty much no-hit the bosses. Well, now you really got to, because literally one of the achievements is beat all of the bosses without taking any damage. And they're hard versions of the bosses. Not the most fun challenge. Hard, yes. Not super amazing though. Could have been better. Milk Jug says, same reason you didn't like Salt and Sanctuary. I didn't like Salt and Sanctuary for a few reasons. I did not like the platforming. I did not like the combat. I did not like the art style. I did not like the animation. I didn't like how much of a ripoff of Souls it was, where literally replace the word salt with Souls and you have a Souls game. Like, it just didn't feel original. Or good to play. But you know what? What's interesting is that it's somewhat similar to Ravita and Neon Abyss, isn't it? It's a side view platformer combat game. Maybe I just don't like, but I like Hollow Knights. Maybe I just have a particular requirement for what types of those types of games that I like. I don't know. Ashen Rand says, I love Salt and Sanctuary. I couldn't get into it. I really couldn't. I just remember the fights being boring, the game being just uninteresting, the platforming sucked. It had like instant death platforming, and I think didn't I discover a bug with the movement mechanics when I looked at Salt and Sanctuary? I don't think this video ever made it up on YouTube, by the way, but I played it on stream, and I'm pretty sure I discovered a bug with the movement mechanics where sometimes you would walk off of a ledge even though you didn't hit the button to walk off of a ledge or something. I don't remember exactly what it was, but I remember being like, come on. Blasphemous had instant death too. At least they reduced that in Blasphemous 2. I mean, don't get me wrong, I have some issues with Blasphemous, but I think overall it's a pretty good game. Let's buy the key. Dun, 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 dun. Username says hitless achievements are always horrendous. Yup. Ani says next time you play platformer, you should play Castlevania. I probably should. You know, that has been on the mind. At least the platforming sucks like Dark Souls 1. There's hardly any platforming in Dark Souls 1. There's like 2 places in the game you have to jump. And then in the Anne Orlando buttresses, you just have to fall onto them, so. Ashenran says, I hated Blasphemous because of all the fanaticism, religiousness in it. I couldn't care about all of that. I mean, I don't think they're trying to convert you. It's just the setting of the game. That's fair though. I didn't understand a lot of it, but at least they're presenting, you know, a world that theoretically has rules to it that people are living in, you know. Do you have to jump at any point in Dark Souls 1? I thought it was just for shortcuts to the chunk shop. So as soon as you get to Firelink Shrine and you're heading up to the first zone, Undeadburg, you go over a bridge with a staircase in it, and underneath the staircase bridge thing, there's a small jump, and there's an item hidden behind one of the pillars that are holding the bridge up, right? Like literally you get to Firelink Shrine, you fight one dude, and then there's a jump that leads you to an item. But it's just an item, it's not like progression. Whoa. I forget what item it is though. I wanna say it's like a Ring of Sacrifice, but I don't remember. Still took 5 games to get a proper jump. Yeah, and then look what I'm doing with the jump in Elden Ring. I'm just jump attacking everything. And there's a boss armor vendor or something there later, says the Nor. Yeah, I think that sounds familiar, doesn't it? I never much cared for the drip. Stone armor all the way! Alright, I'm gonna break. What do we have? I can't see. It is too bright in this room. Guan? Take a Guan. I mean, this is gonna be a gun. It's a baseball bat. I don't want it. We don't need it. This is a Curse Purge, which does not seem necessary at all. And this is flak bullets, which is pretty good. You have a key for sale? Oh, I screwed it up. I'm sorry. We gotta get a key drop now to fight the rat. Damn it. Every time. Eden God says, it is in fact a Ring of Sacrifice. Oh, thank God. My Dark Souls cred has been maintained. Dignity preserved. That's a reference I don't even remember. I just remember that it exists, not what it's from. Ah. Wrong direction for the dodge. Tree Jam says, I miss when video games had bright and colorful worlds instead of dying ones. You mean like, you want to go back to a world of Super Mario? Cute little turtles and Goombas and bright colors. Kirby's Dream Land. A game filled with ice cream and sweets. Cool. Cool. I did not, in fact, get a key. I'm a fool. Well. Alright. See you never. Can't wait to see a Dark Souls text that says dignity preserved on the VOD. Oh, I'm never gonna edit this. I gotta look it up. And it's I have a thinking for what this is. Dignity preserved. What game flashes dignity preserved? Is it the try not to poop game? Don't S your pants. What game is it? I can't remember. Connie says a hat in time would be a great world if you dig that. You know, I did play. I didn't see you. I thought you were one of my friends. I did play Ukulele. Ukulele was a fun game. A hark back to older platformers like Rare, Banjo-Kazooie, Conquer, I think, as well, to a small extent. A bright world with colorful creatures, and you're still murdering them, but they don't seem to mind as much. Ashenran says, Abe, I did like you, I uninstalled Elden Ring. Okay, well here's the question. Did you defeat the consort on your second playthrough, or did you give up? And also, congratulations, you're now free. I feel like I liked Elden Ring, but Shadow of the Erd Tree, it pushes me over the edge, and now I understand just how tedious some of the exploration and the fights are from Elden Ring, even the original experience. It just pushed me over the edge just enough that now I can say, man, I don't like this. Tree Jam says, I did enjoy Hat in Time. Also, he says, comic book guy? Worst video game ever. Like the crab Dark Souls, another crab's treasure. It's still bright at world, says the Nor, even if it's doing the normal Souls thing. Aren't there multiple crabs games at this point? I'm curious, are they made by the same developer? Are they creating a crab universe? Or is it made by another developer who just wanted to ride the crab train? Ride the crab train. Different devs. I guess they just wanted to ride the crab train. Ashen Ren says, Abe, if you die by a grab on the consort fight, you win an emote. I never actually died by the grab. I was able to beat that fight without experiencing that, which is a shame because I know it's fun. Slash pisses a lot of people off who are like, what? Instant death? Seemingly unaware that that exists very frequently in Elden Ring. I want Mega Hand, I think. I have a mega plan for this Mega Hand. What is this? Winchester, get out of here. Crab is the natural form of evolution after all. I have heard that before. Evolver gun, get out of here. I didn't play the crab roguelite, no. Let's see what's up here. Are you looking forward to Metaphor Refantasio, says Rick Sharp. What is that? Excuse me? I have no idea what that means. Wait, isn't there a glitch with this gun that I can exploit? Hold on a second. Finish off the room. It's like... It's a new Persona game. It's fantasy rather than based in real life. Interesting. Oh yeah, I did it, I think. Love that. Look at the wolf. My stockpile of familiars grows stronger. It confuses the hell out of me because I think there should be explosions when I hear that sound. Such a strange bug. Crab-like seemed like a funny genre name. It's a username. What's the deal with all the crabs? Persona game fantasy rather than based in real life. Can you say they're based in real life when they're all based in some sort of an anime universe? Jam says, I feel like the serious tone of P5 was too dark for the overall teenagers kill god Persona story. Yeah, set in an anime universe. I guess this angle will work. And then we gotta do it here. And do we have like piercing? Oh, we have flak shots. That's what's going on. And then work. Just taking my time. Ooh, I'm very glad I did. Crab likes. Explosion or alarm ringtones, but not an assault rifle. Man, that would probably like anger a lot of people if I replace some of the sound effects in Gungeon with like the default ringtone / alarm sounds from iPhones and Androids. I know I've definitely changed mine to be not the default, so I don't get personally triggered whenever I hear it from someone else's phone. But it is very funny to think about. Like, every time I get hit, it's just an alarm. It would just incentivize the no-hit run, I suppose. Replace a single random shotgun sound with the Discord notification sound, says Connie. That would be great. Or Steam notification sounds, like a Facebook blip, a Google chat message. Doo-doo. 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 Literally a gun that only shoots once, otherwise it wouldn't work. Well, I'm thinking like, okay, you have an Uzi, 1 out of every 1,000 bullets is a Facebook ping, and so then it's completely random. And then you can also feign ignorance. I don't know what's happening. What, did you all hear a Facebook ping? I didn't. Did you all get a message? Did y'all get a message? Did y'all get a message? I don't understand that them social media. How about a gun that you have to link it to one of your social media accounts for it to work, and then every time you pull the trigger, it sends a notification update on your like feed. It like posts a message. Abe Clancy fired the gun. He killed 4 bulletkin. What a nice guy. Or maybe you just give Gunther access to all of your social media accounts, and he's like, oh, what a day. I'm Abe Clancy, I'm a gungeoneer, I suck, blah, 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 blah. Ha! You know, he's just like, hacked your accounts. I mean, I like the idea, I don't know about you. Isn't there already a pay-to-win gun in Gungeon? Well, I mean, yes and no. Yes, in the sense of, well, it does... It's a parody item that you can unlock before unlocking in the base game, but you can still unlock it in the base game. A gun where you have to read the UELA before every shot. How about a gun that's protected by a security program that breaks it randomly in various rooms? You have to restart it. And of course, it's got to be called the jammed gun, and it has to have a reference to Spaceballs in there. The gun, it's been jammed. Although that's too close to a parody with the jammed enemies in the game, because they are also called jammed, so I don't know if that would work well. By the way, this is one of the reasons why peering inside of chests is so damn strong, because when you peer inside of the chest, technically it puts the item in the chest, and so when you break it and the chest has a chance to drop whatever it had, it has a chance to still just give you the item in question as opposed to randomly rolling a bad quality item. We're 3 for 3 on breaking chests and getting the items from the chest because we're and the only reason why this is happening is because of the exotic. We're peeping the chests, it's assigning the item to the chest, and when the chest breaks, there's a chance it drops a random item, which isn't random if it already has an item in the chest. If it is random, then it's like, okay, is this junk? Is this a heart? Is this a key? Is this armor? Oh, what's that? I have a gun inside of me? I'm just gonna drop that. It's just like a programming oversight for the game, but it works well in the player's favor. So I like it. This is not the room I'm looking for. I think they mean the microtransaction gun. Yeah, I know. Pay to win gun. Call it software failure. Well, here's the deal. There could be a million different items in Gungeon. And we would still be able to come up with more ideas for new items. No, not this phase. I don't know why my dude with the shotgun isn't shooting his shotgun at the heart. Maybe he doesn't want to hit the dog. He's like, I gotta watch my shot, boss. Ashen Rand says, I think I haven't played with like half of the guns. Loot are always the same for me. Yeah, it's random chance. As it always has been, as it always will be, as the world turns. And you get random loot, which could mean you get the same gun 10 runs in a row. How much Gungeon do you play, Ashen Rand? I never see you playing it in my Steam's friends list. What are you gonna play now that you've uninstalled Elden Ring? What will you do with your life? Oh, that one got bricked. I love that I get zombie bullet refunds off of Super Space Turtle's bullets. That's probably why we are flush with ammo, and we have been for the entire game. Like 200 hours in Gungeon. Probably don't play much of it anymore, right? Helldivers, says Ashen Rand. Man, I haven't played that in quite a while. I do hear that on like August 6th, there's gonna be a big content update. Hopefully also bug fixes. Because goddamn, it'd be fun to jump into it then. I don't think they're adding in the third race yet, but I think that there's gonna be new enemies, new items, a new war bond probably, and I'm just hoping for bug fixes. That's the only thing I want to see in that game, because it's a goddamn miserable experience. What's that? You can't shoot the enemies because for some reason they're intangible to your bullets? What's that? You glitch out, fly 100 meters into the air, and then die when you hit the ground? What's that? All of your bullets, and all of your explosive bullets, are blowing up on invisible corpses, and they blow up in your face and cause you to blow up? I don't want to blow up. What's that? The frame rate sucks? Because of performance issues, like when you open up the menu, it halves your frame rate until you relaunch the game. Ah, wonderful, beautiful experience. Such a great quality product. Yeah, like the only reason that company still exists is because they actually made a very fun game. It's fun. It plays like ass, but it's fun. Their gameplay loop is fantastic. Oh, hold on. We gained ammo. Not much, but we're gaining ammo. Oh yeah, the bug, I forgot about that. This is Ash and Rand. I mean, the bug has like, the game has like 100 bugs. They've been doing tons of bug fixes. Bile Titan corpses no longer fling, took them long enough. Last time I played the game, they flung around. Unless that's an upcoming fix. Riding is hilarious. I mean, the riding is Starship Troopers, and Starship Troopers is pretty funny. Chest, noodle, mimic. Chest, why is it saying chest? Do I have like... Oh, I got chest anatomy, that's right. Yeah, I like the writing, the characters, really the voice actors. For democracy! Also, what's this? It's a Vulcan cannon, all right. When the corpse flyers one-shot you, I really didn't feel it anymore, says Connie. Like, come on. Although I think they fixed that. They did fix that, but I think that was funny to me. Because you're shooting a flying large alien out of the air, and then its corpse falls on you and kills you. I found that one personally to be funny, because it's not like an invisible corpse. Funny like maybe 2 times. Oh, that's fair. You know, it would probably get old. But it wasn't like an obvious bug. That could be intentional. Your bullets hitting invisible corpses and then killing you? Yeah, that's not very fun. Especially when enemies can shoot through the invisible corpses and also walls. Like, that's why I think that the game just needs bug fixes more than anything else. It doesn't need content, it just needs to be better. They did fix the endless loading screens. I never had that bug, but I heard that one. Game never loads. Anywho, hey! Gungeon! The game that we're playing now is fun, and is still fun, and I'm still playing it for some reason. And we have finished another run. I forgot to save a key for the rat fight. Rip. What are we talking about? I guess we're just talking. Just talking about games. Try to find more games to play, more demos to look at, to find more games to play. And, you know, maybe play some of those instead of Gungeon in the near future. But for now, for those of you on YouTube, let me know what you think about these video games that we have discussed in the comments below. And thank you very much for watching. Like the video if you've enjoyed it, subscribe for more, check me out on Twitch for when I go live, support the channel at the various links below in the video description, and I hope to see you here again for the next run of Enter the Gungeon.